Hey folks, and welcome to Unit 8. This is a two-part exercise. We're going to be focusing on a closer look at Acrobat, and we're going to integrate some of the knowledge that we already know that we've learned thus far in the course. So it has us wanting to open up InDesign, so that's going to be our first step, to open up, create a new document in InDesign. Of course, we have this new document window. It wants us to have 3 total pages. It wants us to be letter size. So if you have something like this, it just means within your preferences, you have not told InDesign that you want it to be listed in inches. So you can always switch that here. Of course, this is 8.5 by 11. That would be your default orientation. And so that is what we want to do. We want it to be letter size. And then we want to name it with your last name. Of course, mine will be Hughes _ and then you want to have the unit 8, and then we're going to do exercise 1, P1 for part 1. So we'll do that, unit 8, exercise 1, part 1, and then you can go ahead and say create, and then here we have our workspace right here. The next part we're going to do is we're going to place a photo of choice on each of the pages in InDesign. So make sure you have a photo, 3 separate photos available. So make sure you do that, and you go into File, Place, or Control D, and you will find your images. I downloaded a few from the internet. I have a goat image. Of course, if it is too large, one of the things you want to do is make sure that you scale it down. And you want to do that proportionately. Of course, scaling down might require that you go into your scale tool right here. You can double click this and do a 20% scale. Keep double clicking. And now I'll do 90% because every time it scales down, you're doing a percentage of that. So now I'll do 80%. And if you have this little constrained proportions for scaling on, it will go proportionately. If you do not, it might stretch your image, which is something you want to avoid at all costs. The quick command key on a Mac is Shift, Command, Click, and Drag. On a PC, that's Shift, Control, Click, and Drag to scale proportionately. I always like to hover over the lower right-hand corner to get that little double arrow, diagonal double arrow. That's a quick way of scaling proportionately. So this is one of my images. Now I'm going to go into, I like to have my pages showing. So if you don't see your pages, InDesign pages is always important. Of course, I don't really want them facing pages. You can switch that off in the new document area, or you can go back up to document setup and unclick facing pages, say okay, so you have those 3 separate pages, which is really what you want. It's not a huge deal if you didn't do that for this exercise, but that is something within InDesign that most of the time defaults to facing pages, as if we're going to create kind of a magazine spread. So I'm going to double click on my second page. That's just within the Pages panel. Again, you find that under Window, Pages, or you can just scroll like this. That's another way of doing it. I'm on my second page. Now I'm going to do a File, Place, or a Control D, Command D on the Mac. I'm going to place in this cute little, I think it's a boxer dog. Again, these images are coming in big just because I got them off of Pexels. And I'm going to double click that scale again, 80% scale, double click. I might do 50% of that. Keep going down until I get it to a size that's reasonable here. Pexels has large images. They're high resolution for the most part for you to use. Pexels.com is where I found these images, or you can use your own original images in this exercise. It's not required that you use stock imagery. I'm only doing it for this exercise. The third page, we're going to place our last and final image. And again, I double clicked in the Pages panel on my third page, or you can just scroll like this. Command D, Control D, or File Place. My last image is this cute little pig with a seagull on him. I think it's a seagull anyway. Going to scale this down. So cute. It's my third image. Okay, so I've created that. I've placed a photo of each on the pages in the InDesign file. And what I want to do next is I want to export the file of all of these pages to a PDF. This can be done a couple different times, or a couple different ways. I'm going to double click on my first page. Okay, double click to make sure I'm on the first page, or you can scroll up. When you see this in a blue highlighted state, that means you are on page 1. That's sort of an instinctual clue. The next thing you want to do is export. So you can do that by doing a file export. And what comes up is, where do you want to save this? Or you can do a file, Adobe PDF preset, and we could do the smallest file size. You don't have to do a high quality for this exercise. The smallest file size will export, and this also brings up our little menu. It defaults to the name of the file. Let's say I save that somewhere that I remember. You guys will see something different on a PC. Go ahead and save U8E1P1, and then you'll get your PDF export menu that comes up. I didn't tell you to do anything else on the steps, so just keep walking through. Export. Now, you might want to double check. Did it export all pages? One way to do that, again, I think I jumped ahead of myself a little bit. Export PDF preset, smallest file size. If I do the desktop again, save, we're going to replace what we just did. We want to look, the page range is only exporting the one page. We're going to click on all. Okay, that's all you really need to know for this exercise. Now say export. So we have exported our 3 pages into a PDF file from InDesign. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open Illustrator. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to create a new file in Illustrator. Create a new document. And the artboard we want to do is, let's see, InDesign, Illustrator. I'm trying to get to my steps here. Place a photo on one of the artboards in Illustrator. We want that artboard, we want it to be letter in size. So that's the only thing. We want this to be 8.5 by 11, if yours doesn't default to that. And we want to only have one artboard, letter size. We're going to name it last name underscore, again, U8E1P1, let's just say B. You know, it's a lot. Unit 8, Exercise 1, Part 1B will create this artboard. A lot of little specifics in these exercises, I know it. So now we've got this new export, this new document in Illustrator, and we want to place an image in Illustrator. You can go to File, Place. It would be under the File menu, and then I'm going to place a very similar image. I'm going to do that cute little pig image with the place it here. And again, now we have to find how to scale that image, and here we have this. Uniform means it's going to scale it proportionately, and I'm going to do 25. Gotta find where the image went. Probably went way over. going to scale it down a little bit here. It's crazy big. And now we lost it when we did our scale. So I'm going to go 50%. There it is. It's still there somewhere. And then hold down Shift to scale it proportionately if you want to do it that way. Again, you may not have this issue with the images that you place in, but if they are too big, you're going to want to scale them down to fit the artboard. Okay, so now we have the Illustrator portion of it done. And the next thing you're going to want to do from there is you're going to want to save the Adobe Illustrator file as a PDF. And in Illustrator, you do a file save as, not export. It's a little bit different than InDesign. And in the format area, you just go down to Adobe PDF. And here, we'll go ahead and do a save. Save. We only have one artboard, so we don't have to worry about multiple pages for this one. Okay. And for the last one, you want to make sure you're in Photoshop. And we're going to create a new document in Photoshop. And we're going to do, we're going to save the name, obviously, as our last name, underscore, U8E1P1, let's just say C, since this is our third one. And we're going to want to make sure that our pixels are 1000 by 600. We're going to dump down the resolution to about 100 and say create. And now the next thing we're going to want to do is place an image or even open an image and drag it and drop it on this area. I don't really want that to be showing. So I'm going to File, Open one of my images from the downloads that I created. This time we'll do that goat. And when I have a second image open in Photoshop and I want to drag it into the other board, I want to separate them by the tabs up top and then click, drag, and drop. And clearly, it's way big. That's okay. I don't really care if it's super big or super small. I do care about that if you have it. Let's see, if we go to, this is at resolution, the inches are actually 10 by 6. We can shrink this down to about 75%, say okay, and it gets a little smaller, but it shouldn't take up too much space. So we placed a photo, and now we're going to want to flatten the image. And having it flattened, we want to make sure that our layers are showing. If you don't see your layers, go to Window, Layers, and then up in this little upper right-hand corner, go ahead and flatten image, because the flatter it is, the less space it takes up. So now we're going to save this as a PDF. Go to File, Export, or you can do a File Save As, which is more preferred. And you want to do a Photoshop PDF and let it default to that name. Export on the desktop. Say OK. And say Save. We only have one document. And just keep prompting and saying yes and walking through until it creates a third PDF. Okay, we're going to launch Acrobat DC in the next video. I will see you there. You have your 3 PDFs, one from InDesign, one from Illustrator, and one from Photoshop thus far. And we're going to do more with those, but we're also going to work in Acrobat next, Acrobat DC, or Acrobat Professional. Either one is fine for whatever version you have. See you in the next video for part 2 of this exercise.